Hey everybody, it is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Friday. Hope you're having a very nice tail end of your week despite this market retracement that we're seeing now at the time of this recording. And as per CoinGecko.com, the total cryptocurrency market cap is at $264 billion, down 4.5% over the last 24 hours. And you have projects down 3%, 4%, 5%, Bitcoin down 3.1% as these words are coming out of my mouth right now. So you can see that there was effectively a rush on $9,000. There was an attempt at $9,000 for Bitcoin. We bounced back off of that. It proved to be pretty strong resistance, and now everything is retracing. But hey, the silver lining is that we're still up across the board over 7 days, with the exception of Tether, of course, but things are still looking relatively strong, and we'll see what happens with the next rally, whether or not we have enough energy to muster a second attempt here. But today we're going to look at some analyses of what just happened, including here on altcoinbuzz.io, this article by Robert. Bitcoin bounces hard off of 9K. What happens next? It looks like Bitcoin is in a critical zone, which means a major correction should happen pretty soon, most likely between $8,450 to $11,000. So Bitcoin went a little bit over $9,000 and then retraced to the $8,200 range. In this article, we will be discussing what could possibly happen next. Robert points to the previous major bull run where Bitcoin touched 7.9K and a correction of around 47% followed. So this is not necessarily going to happen the same way with this run, but a similar major correction will most certainly happen at some point. So if we look at the monthly chart, it is possible that Bitcoin will close with a bull EMA cross. And if we look at the RSI indicator, there is enough room for it to happen. There was an EMA bull cross on the weekly chart as well in the middle of April. And since then, BTC has almost doubled its price. Looking at the daily chart now, the situation is not great. The RSI indicator tried to stay in the oversold area and is currently getting rejected by it. There is still room to go further in the oversold area, but this depends on a pattern in the 4-hour time frame. Now, this is not financial advice. Robert is not a financial expert, nor am I, but his opinion, and that's all it is that we should now expect around $6,500 to $6,200 if we are hitting the major correction right now. So Robert is bearish. He has been bearish for a while now. However, if we close inside the wedge, there is a good chance for higher highs. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. It's just one person's opinion. In other news here on Forbes.com for the second day in a row, a little bit of positivity now to round things out, how billionaires are buying up Bitcoin. Article from yesterday, the 30th of May. Far from the murky, impersonal world of online Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges, billionaires who want to buy Bitcoin do it through an office in West London's upmarket Mayfair. And the relatively new service is becoming increasingly popular amongst the super rich with an interest in crypto. The Daddy Annie Syndicate, as it calls itself, which styles itself as an investment, quote, platform for maximizing your digital holdings and matches big Bitcoin buyers and sellers in a way similar to buyers and sellers of fine art, claims to have helped clients who want to acquire up to 25% of the Bitcoin market, a quarter of the market. The Dadiani Syndicate was set up by art dealer Elisa Dadiani, who first began using Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies a few years ago in response to investor demand, and is operated out of the same office as Dadiani Fine Art. Last year, Dadiani Fine Art, in partnership with blockchain platform Maecenas Fine Art, made headlines after putting 49% of Andy Warhol's 1980 work, quote, 14 small electric chairs up for sale for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies via the Ethereum blockchain. You guys may remember we actually covered that auction when it was put up. Personally, I don't know why billionaires of London would have to go to an art dealer to acquire cryptocurrency. There are plenty of other ways, but maybe this is being advertised as a way, that offers exclusivity and perhaps a pinch or two of prestige at the same time. Let us know your thoughts about that, but those are mine. Here on Cointelegraph.com, cryptocurrency broker client reportedly aims to acquire 25% of all Bitcoin supply. Digital currency investment firm Dadiani Syndicate, which we just talked about, has reported reportedly been approached by a wealthy client to buy as close to 25% of the Bitcoin supply as possible. This goes back to the Forbes article that we just read. But here's a new quote for us by Elisa Dadiani. Quote, one of our clients approached us and said they were interested in acquiring 25% of all Bitcoin currently available. There are a number of entities who want to dominate the market. She also said the following, quote, yet even a greater number of coins are currently being held by holders who will not be willing to part with them for any price. Realistically speaking, there are probably less than 5 million coins actually circulating at the moment. I would tend to agree with that assessment. So for another take on the Dadiani syndicate, check out this Cointelegraph article, which of course we're going to link to in the description below. Here on EthereumWorldNews.com, crypto exchange Coinbase enables EOS ahead of June 1st event. So for those of you that perhaps have not been paying attention, there's a big upcoming event on June 1st for EOS, and according to an announcement published by Coinbase, EOS is now also supported on the American Exchange's consumer platform. Users of the applications, whose count is in the millions, can now purchase the popular crypto asset. Currently the 5th largest in circulation, along with sell, convert, send, receive, and store EOS. Here is the tweet itself from Coinbase. EOS is launching at Coinbase.com and in the iOS and Android apps within the next 15 minutes. You may need to update your app to properly buy, sell, convert, send, receive, or store EOS. We will update when EOS is fully live. Great news there for EOS holders, and according to the Coinbase blog post, EOS will be available for customers in most jurisdictions, save for residents of the UK and the state of New York, the latter of which has always been somewhat stringent towards digital assets of all sorts. EOS, of course, has been on a very nice run recently. It has been affected, of course, by this latest retracement, as has everything else, but keep your eyes peeled for June 1st. If you're unfamiliar with what is happening there, Ethereum World News is also covering it. It is purportedly a massive day for Block.one. For those unaware, Block.one, the firm behind the EOS protocol, has been hinting that it will be making a large announcement on June 1st, 2 days away at the time of this writing. That's a perfect segue into this altcoinbuzz.io article. Block.one, the company behind EOS, bought $25 million worth of RAM. This article, also by Robert, considering the amount of RAM Block.one has purchased, something big is coming. It's unknown whether or not it will be announced on the 1st of June. So on the 28th of May, specifically, Block.one, the company behind EOS's unstaked 3.3 million EOS, which is worth $25 million, in order to buy more RAM for unknown purposes. First things first, what's the RAM used for on the EOS blockchain? Well, the RAM is used by the developers to store data used in launching and production of dApps, decentralized applications. RAM can also be used for the creation of new accounts. So for example, the users have to buy a minimum of 4 kilobytes worth of RAM in order to open an account on EOS. It's good to know that the RAM price is not fixed. There is some speculation that suggests the purchase was made because of a partnership with a big gaming studio, although that is unconfirmed. EOS already has X teams of big gaming companies like Activision that are developing on their blockchain, so this would kind of make sense. Other people say that EOS needs more RAM to build a second layer scaling solution for Bitcoin, while others think EOS is working on a social media platform. Either way, I agree with Robert, who strongly believes that the 1st of June is going to be huge for EOS. Let us know your theories below, guys. If we've missed something or if you have an alternative idea, let us know what you think is coming on the 1st of June. Either way, they're stocking up. They're bracing themselves for something. So shout out to all the EOS holders out there. I'm one of you guys, believe me. And now with a couple of quick updates here, beginning on Coingape.com, Binance upgrades user interface ahead of margin trading launch. The world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by adjusted volume has launched a beta version of its new user interface. The new user interface was announced on Binance Twitter's page on Thursday, the 30th of May. A major change on the page is a new options button that, if clicked, displays a number of options, including exchange, academy, BCF, research, and more for easier navigation. To check out the rest of the changes that are going to be introduced very soon, you guys can read the rest of this article, which we'll link to below. And finally today on ccn.com, crypto giant Coinbase hints at first ever US Bitcoin margin trading. So for years, the global Bitcoin margin trading market has been dominated by BitMEX, which at one point reached a daily volume of $10 billion on May 12th, a new record high for the company. But now Coinbase and Binance are looking to enter the market. Speaking on the Block's podcast, The Scoop, Coinbase Vice President of Business, Data, and International, Emily Choi, has said the company is considering the addition of a margin trading feature on the platform. As emphasized by Choi, Coinbase would need sufficient regulatory clarity from U.S. authorities before enabling margin trading for clients. BitMEX has not allowed U.S. Bitcoin traders from trading on its platform, and it remains unclear whether Binance would serve U.S. users once it opens its highly anticipated margin trading platform in the near future. A Binance representative told TechCrunch that the exchange is looking to launch its margin trading option in the near term. So let's put a pin in this for now. I think it's safe to say that the intentions of Coinbase and Binance are clear, but as Choi outlines here, quote, "We still need to figure out that because there's not a lot of regulatory clarity there right now in the US. And so that is being discussed. Let us know, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, in the comments below if you would avail yourselves of a margin trading feature. I'm not so sure I would, to be honest, but hey, it's available. It's something there if the consumers want it, if they're requesting it, even if there are only a few that are, then that's a good thing. That's a good thing for the service and for the product ultimately. With that, everybody, I think we're just about done with the news. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io, for all the latest and greatest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed this video. But go out there, have a great Friday, everybody. Enjoy your day, your evening, the beginning of your weekend, and we do hope to see you again soon in our next video coming up on Saturday. Take care, everybody.